Feeder fishing in the UK is probably one of the most popular aspects of fishing, but there's sometimes problems when you want to change feeders during the match. It might be coming into sort of winter time, you've started off with a big feeder, getting a bit of bait in, but then the fish start to get a bit cagey, so you might want to change over from a smaller feeder. Now what do you do in that circumstance? Now us at Mark, we've come up with an ingenious quick change feeder system which allows you to actually change feeders on the same rod, so you don't have to have like multiple different rods set up. Let me show you how they work. Now obviously with other feeders on the market, what you'd have to do is maybe bite the line off and start all over again. The beauty of our feeders, if we just slide that up there, I'll talk you through the setup in a sec, is we can take the open end feeder off, get one of our pellet feeders, put him on, and away we go. Now how quick was that? In a matter of seconds you're changing over from using a traditional open-ended feeder in deeper water, might be for bream skimmers, and I can instantly unclip, go closer to the island and go after carp. Absolutely fantastic idea. Now the way I've got this set up, you'll notice I've got a rubber bead there, that's just to stop it, so it's sort of like a semi-fixed bolt rig, so when a fish takes it, it's stopping on that. I mean, it can still slide around. And I've also got a size 11 swivel which sits lovely into the changing feeder system. Now the beauty of this, it's all on this plastic rod here, so I can put any different size and shape of feeder onto that. So if I wanted to, sort of coming into the colder weather, if I wanted to put a smaller feeder on, so like this cage feeder, take that bead off. That's literally it. That's all I've got to do, and put that, I'll turn it over for you so you can see. So you're putting that on the line, and then the actual plastic rod just slides up the feeder, push that down nice and tight, bring the plastic sleeve back over, pull the bead down and pull the swivel into the bottom, and away you go. It's a really effective way of fishing. So we've got the cage feeder, we've got the pellet feeder that I just had on, and also we've got your traditional open-ended feeder. They come in a range of different sizes. These are medium ones here, these two. We've got the smaller one, introducing smaller bait quantities, and we've got the larger ones as well for sort of your summer fishing. Different weights as well. They come in 15, 20 and 30 grams. So obviously if you wanted to cast somewhere a little bit further, you just put the heavier ones on. But me myself personally, I like to use a heavy feeder anyway, so that when a fish does take it and shakes its head, that hook gets rooted into the fish's mouth, so it does act like a semi-bolt rig, and that's the beauty of them. So let me just change this one back over to that open-ended feeder, slide that down, and basically all we want to do for fishing for these skimmers, I've just got a mix here of half ground bait and half pellets, just a mix like that. I've got a short hook length of 8 inches, so I'm casting that out and I'm just drawing that feeder back 8 inches so that my maggots are going to be over where my bait is. Now with a pellet feeder, all I've been doing, when I started off the session, I started towards the island. But basically with this one, with a pellet feeder, all we're simply doing is half loading it with some micros first. So give them quite a firm push, and then you're getting your maggots, folding them in, and then you're just putting some more pellets on top just to hide your hook bait. Now the beauty of tucking your bait in like that is if you were casting to a feature that had overhanging trees and that, as you're casting in, your feed is going straight the way through the trees and your hook length's obviously not hanging back from it, so you're not going to get snagged up. It's a fantastic way of fishing right the way up to, close up to features and that. Basically fish will come along, then pellets will start to fall out straight away, they see your hook bait, they have it, and it's game over, the fish is on. Let's see if it works.